I made the perfect map for the Bloon Solver. It's a long straightaway that gives him plenty of time to crow Bloons down, gets the most out of his Pierce because the Bloons overlap with each other no matter the lap or direction, and his acid puddles always get placed in a great spot. This worked great as he cruised to round 100 and took on his first real challenge. It took him 6.5 laps to pop the Bad's outer layer, but he melted the insides just a lap or two later. I was a bit worried about the early hundreds as so many Bloons come, but he proved that that's not an issue. Moabs and smaller would be popped right away, and actually help him pop the tankier blimps because they'd leave puddles on the track. Even if he didn't have these to help out though, he could handle himself just fine. I mean, he popped the BFBs on 105 on their first trip past him. This continued for quite some time, with only fortified ZOMGs making it several laps in, but before I knew it, we were on run 119. This is where I lost with him on the full video because I put him in a much worse spot, but here he did great. With 3 of them to shoot at, he was able to keep them glued most of the time, even though he can't see all the way to the edges. And with this uptime, he was able to beat the round with them only getting about halfway. The 120s and 30s are a different animal though. The sheer RBE you have to go against is crazy, but our Bloon Solver was up to the task. Round 126's DDTs weren't an issue, especially once his puddles got involved, and layered blimps weren't too bad either, as Moabs and BFBs would just help us out. His only weakness was strong, tanky Bloons like fortified ZOMGs. They have so much health at this point because of free play scaling, and any round that had them got pretty far, like 133 where the bulk of our time was spent popping these green turtles. But eventually, he faced a Bloon too tanky for him to melt through in time, and for the Bloon Solver, it was the fortified Bad on round 140. It leaked with over 50% of its health remaining, so it wasn't even close.